Hi everyone, it's Latin Roses. Today I want to talk to you about this too shall pass. I've had a few viewers talk to me about, things that they're going through, and it looks like nothing's going to change and things haven't changed for several months or several years. I can relate to that, and so I thought I just want to put a message out there that everything will pass. What goes up must come down. What is dark for a while in your life will eventually come to light. You'll turn to light. So a quick example is, for those of you who follow me on my channel, know I went through a very difficult divorce. And there was a time when I actually felt, in the beginning for a few years, I actually felt a little bit fearful for my safety. And not to paint a poor picture of my ex, that's just how I honestly felt. When things fall apart, some people are able to end amicably, but we were not, and it really got bad. It went like to DEFCON 1. If you're familiar with that movie, The War of the Roses with Michael Douglas, you can kind of know that things can get really ugly at the very end when a relationship is ending. So we were sharing joint custody, and we had to be in the same city. And so he moved around. I stayed in the same place throughout the whole after divorce time, but he moved around quite a bit, and he normally stayed about between 5 and 10 minutes away from me. So he was pretty close. And I would run into him probably a couple times every year since we were in the same city. But there was a time when I felt anxiety. Okay, I hope I'm not going to run into him at the post office box or at the grocery store. And through the years, it eventually kind of evaporated because it relaxed, the tension relaxed. He actually met somebody and seemed to calm him down, and I didn't have as much anxiety and uncertainty about, running into him. So through the years, it relaxed. But for the longest time, I had like this dark cloud over me that I felt like a little anxious if I ever ran into him. Well, fast forward a few years more down the road, when my kids had events where we both had to be together in the same room, it wasn't as stressful for me as it used to be. Things calmed down. He developed a physical condition that kind of made me more comfortable, not ignorant that anybody could pull out a gun and stuff, but I didn't have that same fear that I was in danger that I had when we first started. Anyway, to even go further, several years later, about a total of 9 years later after the divorce, he finally has been with this one person for a few years, and they moved in together and bought a house in another city outside of my city. So I was driving down the road in my town, and I was actually having like an aha moment that, wow, he's gone. He's no longer in my city. And I felt like, I don't think I'm going to have to worry about running into him anywhere, wherever I go. I mean, I still could possibly, but I just don't feel like I am. I feel like all that anxiety and the tension and the fear that I had to live with, that dark cloud that was hanging over me, I felt like it just like evaporated. Finally, it just left. And it just like, wow, if you would have told me, when it first started out, that it would eventually get better and it wasn't going to always be so stressful, I don't think I would have believed you. And I know there was no way to predict how the future is going to unfold. And I never thought that relief was going to come. So when you're really in something, it's really challenging to see the light at the end of the tunnel, to think it's going to change, but it actually absolutely does. Time continues to march on. So like Joel Osteen says, if you're in the dark spot in your life, you're in that dark period and you just can't see a way out, every day that you wake up, every day that you're alive is because you're still here to fulfill your purpose. You're still here to become the person you were created to be. And things do get better. I mean, it might actually take, unfortunately, a few years, but I think that's God refining you. I use the word God a lot. If you don't believe in God, the universe, whatever you believe in, there's that energy in the universe that has been scientifically proven. There is something out there bigger than all of us. I prefer to say God. I believe in God. And I feel like God is guiding and directing our steps and refining us, letting us go through these dark moments. I think every dark moment we go through it because we're supposed to learn from it. And you too will get through whatever you're going through. This too will pass for you, but it might actually take a few years. It might not happen overnight. It might not happen in a week. It might not happen in a month. A lot of it is your attitude too and what you believe. So if you just keep thinking this is never going to go away, you just like calling the order from the universe. Okay, this is going to keep showing up for me. But if you believe that this eventually would go away, you want to live a better life, you want to be healthier and strong, get a bad medical report. At the end of the day, you know, the doctors don't have the final say. God does. And a lot of it's in your mental, what you think. So you can turn your life around. You can change yourself. So you just have to be positive and know that this too shall pass. If you can't see that light at the end of the tunnel, there is a pinhole. There is a little tiny pinhole there, and it will eventually get bigger and bigger, and this too shall pass. So if you have any stories that you want to share with me about you moving from your dark place to your light, leave it in the comments below. If you want to be more in depth, you can also share it on my Facebook page and my Latin Roses Instagram page. You can ask me questions. You can share stories. And as always, I wish you love, peace, and joy.